In this video, we'll learn what is a byte and what is a rune in Golang, and we'll look at the differences between them using a good example. So let's get started. In many programming languages, we have a data type char to store the character. The size of the character is 8 bits, which means 1 byte. In Golang, there is no such data type called char. Instead of introducing a new data type, Go creators kept it simple and named it as byte itself. So in Golang, byte is a data type which is used to store a character and nothing more than that. But the size of every character is not 1 byte, right? What about emojis or characters from Hindi, Chinese, Arabic? The size of these characters are more than 1 byte, and this byte data type is not sufficient to store these characters, right? That's where rune comes in. Rune data type in Golang, which is used to represent any character in Unicode standard, which means not just the English alphabet but also emojis, symbols and characters from different languages like Hindi. Rune data type is just an alias for int32, which means you can store integers also in rune data type besides characters. So the size of a rune data type is 4 bytes and a byte data type is 1 byte. Now let's look everything in action with a simple example. What happens when you try to print the length of the string containing English and non-English characters? Before that, if I write var x byte equal to character A. Now x is a byte data type holding a character A. If I write rune instead of byte, now x becomes a rune data type holding a character A. Rune data type is basically a superset of byte data type. Rune can hold what a byte can hold and much more. Okay, now let's declare a string. I'll write string in place of rune. I'll write KGF and this thunder symbol. In many languages, we have been taught that string is a collection of characters. But in Go, string is a collection of runes. If I try to print the length of this x, fmt.println len of x. When I save this file, when I run this program, look, I got 6. The length of this KGF thunder is 6. The length of this KGF is 3 bytes only, but the thunder is occupying 3 bytes. I'll comment this line. Now I'll declare two variables byte and a rune. Now let's try to print the type of this byte and this rune. If I write fmt printf percentile t is going to give you the type of that variable. I'll write A, I'll copy the same line, I'll paste below. Instead of A, I'll write C. I'll save this file. When I execute, look what we got. The type of the rune is int32. As I said before, rune is an alias for int32. And the type of byte is unsigned integer 8. I'll uncomment this line. I'll delete these all. Now look at this example very carefully. You'll praise me. Now, I just want to traverse this string and print the runes in the string. That's it. For this, I'll simply write for I colon equals to range x, fmt println x of I. When I save this file, when I run this program, look at the ASCII of the thunder. It shows 226. A maximum value a byte can hold is 255. It shows 226, which means it is less than 255. Which means it comes under a byte range only. Then why we got the length of the string as 6? Now I would like to print the type in this loop. Now I'll write fmt printf percentile t x of I. When I save this file, when I execute, look what I got. Unsigned integer 8. Just give me 2 seconds. I don't need to explain anything. You will only understand this. Now I'll skip this I. Now I'll write val. I'll comment this line. Now I'll print this val. When I hover on this val, it shows val as a type of rune. When I save this file, when I execute this program, look at the ASCII of the thunder. It shows 9889 instead of this 226. Now I would like to print this type of a val. I'll copy this above one. I'll paste here. When I save this file, when I execute this, look, I got int32. So what is the difference between that x of I and val? So when I wrote x of I, Go treated this as a slice of bytes. For K, G and F, it's okay as they are simple characters. But for thunder, it's a Unicode whose ASCII is just now we have seen. It's 9228, which is more than 255. It doesn't fit in 1 byte. To store 9228 value, we need 3 bytes. Go gave the value that is stored in the first byte as 226. Does it mean, can I grab the value that is stored in the second and third bytes? Let's check. I'll comment this for loop. 0, 1, 2, 3. Thunder is the third index. I'll print x of 3, x of 4 and x of 5. When I save this file, when I execute, look, I got the ASCII value stored in those indices. For fun, let's say if I write x of 6, when I save this file, when I execute, look what I got. Index out of range 6 with a length 6. This confirms Go has converted string to a slice of bytes of length 6. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you think it made some sense, you know what to do. If it made some nonsense, please don't forget to comment. See you in the next one.